Welcome back. It's Women Crush Wednesday, right?
Yes.
And we have Folorunsho Alakija, who's a dynamic Nigerian businesswoman and philanthropist. She is also the founder and overseer of the Rose of Sharon Group. It is through this group that the Rose of Sharon Foundation was founded, with a vision to provide help and succor for widows and orphans across Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Welcome. Welcome, welcome to our studios.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you so much for joining us.
First of all, it's an honor meeting you and having you here. And I'm personally looking up to you right now and thinking, because you've done so many amazing, so much amazing work, that it's really interesting that we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Rose of Sharon. Please talk to us about how it started.
Well, initially, I just wanted to do something for God. And I asked him how I could be of help, of service, where he would like to send me. You know, because I felt a need of giving back to God based on what he had done for me. So I prayed about it, and he dropped a scripture in my spirit, James chapter 1, verse 27, which talks about visiting widows, visiting orphans, and helping them out in their plight, and bringing them succor. So I got some friends together, and we started looking after widows. We had 3 widows for about a year and a half. And then one day, I heard in my ear God say, "Go on air." 3 words.
Wow.
So we went on air, radio. We were able to get the use of the Surulere local government hall for free. And in one day, we had 250 widows.
Wow.
And that's how we started.
Okay.
We chose to empower them by teaching them how to fish, rather than giving them fish. Because you know how it is. If you give someone something free of charge just like that, they tend to use it carelessly, and maybe they come back for more.
Okay.
But we decided that, okay, as we are teaching them how to fish, let them pay the money back by way of a loan, interest-free loan. And they were doing that, and they were doing it successfully. And because of the methods that we used, they were able to increase their business opportunities by coming back for more loans each time that they had finished paying the original loan. Some have come for like their 6th or 7th loan now.
Wow.
And we have so many success stories.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing. It's very strange that people don't know, and according to the United Nations, there are almost 300 million widows around the world. And you know, organizations like yours and what you're doing to impact the lives of these women, also the information about these things are not well known. So what are the things that you are doing also to ensure that not only widows and people who are affected by this are understand and aware of what is going on, but also getting other people to support the cause?
Well, 5 years ago, I wrote a book on the plight of widows called The Cry of Widows.
Well, that's this book here.
That's that book.
Okay, the Cry of Widows and Orphans.
Yes, it's a resource and advocacy tool we sent to those in government and various agencies, NGOs. We've been publicizing what we do over the years, letting the public know what these people in our society are going through, and how anybody and everybody in one way or the other can be of help to them. Okay. So we've been selling that book, and we've been giving some out free of charge to those places where we go knocking on their doors, so that they can know more about these people. And also for the widows to know what their rights are. Because some of them just suffer in silence, not knowing that they can actually get help. And also, you know, to point them to where they can go to get help. So a lot of them are supposed to be able to follow up on the packages their husbands, their families should have gotten as a result of the death of their husbands. But some of them don't know where and what to do, how to go about it. Some of them claim that they don't have the money to even follow up or even to hire lawyers. But, you know, at our foundation, we provide lawyers for them, and the lawyers provide their services free of charge. And they've been helping them to, you know, get
so beyond just, you know, giving them money and loans just to help them, there's also legal support as well.
And even in healthcare, we partner with medical teams who check their health, and some doctors are even helping out with providing treatment along the way. We can't provide everything that they need for their lives, but we help them out with skills acquisition. And we find that that's very, very important to them, because many of them, when their husbands die, you find that they don't have any skills. They've just been home looking after the children. And some are into just petty trading. So we help them build their trade through seminars and teachings and trainings on how they can improve their businesses, how to keep their books, and how to plow their profits back into their principal sums. And a lot of them have a lot of success stories. Some that started with 20,000 or 30,000 as an interest-free loan are now commanding hundreds of thousands in terms of the bulk money that they're using to run their businesses. Yeah. And we're providing education also for not just the children, but also for the widows who have chosen to go back to school. And we have 11 widows who have come out of university.
Wow. Amazing.
Yes, over the years. And we now have an alumni even for the children, because we give scholarships to their children. And the scholarships go all the way to university. And we have 1,366 children that we are paying their school fees.
Wow.
In different parts of the country.
Wow.
137 of them are members of the alumni.
Amazing. I mean,
we have orphans as well.
This is really great work.
So it does feel like Rose of Sharon has, in the end, branched off into so many different aspects of charity.
Of their lives.
Of their lives. You know, from the layman's point of view, you know, when we think of charity, we think of different causes. And it does feel like different causes have blended together to help and support the first cause. But then this is 10 years down the line now. It does feel like you've done quite a lot, but there still obviously is room for more. Where is Rose of Sharon going from here?
Well, God recently told us to increase the number of widows that we have. So before the end of the year, we're going to be empowering another 350 widows and orphans. Out of that number, at the 10th anniversary celebration on Saturday, we're going to be empowering 100 of them. And the remaining 250, we're spreading around the remaining 5 geographical zones in Nigeria, so that more of them can feel our presence. And we'll be doing that before the end of the year. We'll be going to the IDP camps as well, because there are widows there, there are orphans there. Yeah. So I believe that it's a fair way of distributing our network properly.
All right.
One of the things that I also wanted to ask, I mean, now that you're talking about IDP camps and also moving to geopolitical zones, is how does the government come into this? How do they provide support and access to some of these widows, especially in the areas where tradition might not permit them to engage so openly? So how do you then engage government and also the traditional bodies and authorities?
Well, one of the ways that we have engaged government in the past are through people whom we know in the House of Reps and the National Assembly, in helping to pass the bill that was passed 3.5 years ago during the end of the term of the last government. That's about it's called VAPP, Violence Against Persons Prohibition. And we were able to ensure that widows and orphans are also part of that group.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much so that what they face within their communities and society are being curbed through what the law now says is that such people who take them through negative negative ways of dealing with them, you know, that's inhumane, you understand me, would get punished. But the thing is, you know, we have a lot of laws in our country, and one wonders how many are actually being enforced. And that doesn't seem to be working much to my mind, because a lot of widows are still being thrown out of their homes without any shelter and losing their properties. And some of them are even having their children taken out of their hands or going through total neglect and dejection
So of course,
and
one
depression.
Of the things, one of the things that we then need to try to achieve is to ensure that the government is a part of this process of enforcing the laws and protecting this, vulnerable
that have been enacted.
Yeah.
All right, Ma, we have to go to the kitchen now, but as we take a walk to the kitchen, I would love to know something specific. It's basically, please let's take a walk. Basically, I've been wondering if there's any way you've been involved in ensuring that the women are aware of, you know, possible situations that could come about. For instance, married women now who are not financially sufficient, please take a seat. Financially sufficient right now, and are unaware of things that could happen should they lose a spouse.
Things that could happen if they lose a spouse?
Yes, different situations that happen, preparing their mindset.
Like what are things to look out for, because it's important to, yeah.
I don't quite get your question.
Okay, from a perspective of women who right now are completely reliant
women in
on
general.
their husbands,
Yes.
for instance, are not aware of things that could occur should they lose their husband. For instance, other family members coming to take over their property, them being thrown out. A lot of women are not even aware of these situations. Is there anything?
These things happen around us all the time. It's in-laws really that pounce on the women, and it's unfortunate that Nigerian men are really not paying enough attention to what they should be doing while they're still alive. They forget that if they don't write their wills, their relations after they're gone will take over their properties. And even when they do write their wills, you find that they're choosing their brothers and sisters as their next of kin, instead of choosing their wives as their next of kin.
Okay.
That's a matter of trust.
Yes, of course.
But thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Today, and Chef Chimdi actually made this. This is rice and chicken breast with coconut sauce. And I really hope you'd enjoy it.
Please,
you.
we would love for
give
you.
us your verdict.
Yes, please, please. All right, madam.
All right, so it's been a great show today.
Yes.
Quite a lot to look at. I want to say a big thank you to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And of course, Fola at Fola's Place for the hairstyling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all our guests. Stephen Amoju Igbe was also here. Very, very impactful conversation. And of course, thank you so much to Folorunsho Alakija for coming to talk to us today.
All right, we're going to see you again tomorrow for the Thursday edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, indeed. Bye. Thank you. Bye.